And we're live. What's up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary, July 4th, America edition. Steve, what's going on, man?
Canada Dry, ladies and gentlemen. Happy 4th of July. Independence.
Canada Dry. Does it say, where's it made at?
Plano, Texas, for those of you that were wondering. And I did not know this beforehand, but I just pulled it up just to make sure I wasn't going to represent our beverage of the week as something that was made outside of the U.S.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but on today, you know.
But this is our day, right?
It is. USA.
It is.
America.
And it's great. Look, what is the vibe over in England right now? Like, you know, on the 4th of July, do they just like pretend it's not legit? Hey, look, you know, I don't know. We're just having fun. But what's up, Reds? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Today we're going to be discussing the Renato Sanches links. Apparently we're linked with, I hate to say it, Granit Xhaka. Dude, great. I know, Steve. It's bad. But to be fair, we were linked with Granit Xhaka when he was at Gladbach and then before he made the Arsenal move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
I'll take
as always,
no thanks.
Yeah, I'm good on that. You can keep him. You can he didn't he say like F you to the fans when he was subbed off one day?
Well, he threw his captain's armband off, which is you don't do that.
I'm good.
Like, I think on the field, maybe.
Yeah.
It was just really bad. But I will say there are other stars that have done it, other captains that have done it, that did not receive the heat that he received. So let's just keep it in mind. It's rare, but it's been done before. He didn't rewrite history like the United States did on July 4th, way back when.
Yeah. Hey, all I'm saying is that I don't want Granit Xhaka. I don't want a guy who I just don't want that attitude on the team. And to be fair, the links, everyone is linked with us right now. If there is someone who is going to be going to doing a transfer, doesn't matter who it is, he's linked with Liverpool right now. It's crazy.
Xhaka?
Everyone. It doesn't matter
who. The chat. Oh boy, not him. First of all, that name is incredible. Lives 20 minutes from Plano. Shout out to you. I do love Texas. What a state. I would live there if I could. Long story.
Yeah.
And yes, Granit apparently sarcastically applauded the fans. That is true. I believe they were booing him because there was a poor performance. He was walking off, and he was basically making a mockery of their feedback to him, applauding, sarcasm. Yeah. He's look, the guy can ping. He's a passer
with the left foot.
Yeah, he can hit lasers though across the pitch. Like, his passing is the only thing I've noticed where I'm like, oh yeah, like, he's solid.
Okay.
He can hit a pass on a line cross field like Trent. But not like he's got to set up and do it. Like, Trent can one time something like 80 yards diagonally to Robbo. It's crazy. You know what I mean? You know those ones. And Hendo can do it too. Off a volley. Bang.
Yep. And they're clean too. They're just straight. Oh, they're awesome, dude. Yeah.
I would not want to see Xhaka here. He doesn't do us any good. He's too slow.
No, he's way too slow. We need fast midfielders, don't we?
Yeah, we already have slow midfielders. We have Thiago, Hendo, Milner, Keita. Like, Keita's quick, I guess. But like, in an all-out sprint, he's slow.
All-out sprint gets injured.
Oh, and I'm going off not just the eye test, but FIFA statistics here for pace, Kyle.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you are as well.
Oh, yeah, because I only follow FIFA statistics. Everything else is just not true.
Well, how else do you judge someone's pace aside from the eye test and a video game rating?
No, that's true. Yeah, I'm not like, I don't have a stopwatch in the living room. I'm not like, and then they're running. I'm like, no. I definitely do.
What do you do in the living room?
Watch-alongs, dude.
Oh, right. I'm doing headers. You're doing watch-alongs.
I know you do headers and agility drills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here, Canada Dry. Let's review it, Steve.
Beverage of the week, ladies and gentlemen. The best Mainstream ginger ale, I'll say. Mainstream.
Wait,
Typically,
didn't
I
we do
prefer.
Schweppes?
No, that was Schweppes brand seltzer water.
Oh, you almost got me because they make ginger
Hmm.
ale too.
Yes, but ginger ale, this is A1,
Yeah.
gold standard in the space. Schweppes, none of those other ones compare. There are some boutique, organic. I think they're called private label, maybe smaller companies that make good stuff. But mainstream, this is the way you want to go. I prefer the diet just to save the 36 grams of sugar, 36 grams of carbs, 140 calories in this bad boy. You
Okay.
turn on that, you
Hey,
flick that diet switch, it's 0.
yeah. Hey, but to be fair, 36 grams of sugar compared to other sodas is on the low end.
I know. And I typically don't have these around the house, but we had a huge party here yesterday. That's why I have a non-diet.
Yeah.
But what a treat. I feel like it's a lost art. I feel like when you're a kid, ginger ale is like what you get, like when you have a stomach ache or something.
Oh, I love ginger
Um,
ale.
right. And then I feel like throughout my teens and even up until recently, like I underappreciated this beverage. But
Yeah.
boy, what a treat.
It's good stuff.
What a treat. And
Now
very, very, very versatile when you're mixing with adult beverages as well, which we won't
oh
get
yeah,
into on this show.
whiskey gingers, right? You
Oh,
know.
ho, 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 ho.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
If you're 21 years old in the United States, of course, right? 18 overseas, I believe. But yeah, no, dude, ginger ale is one of those things where if I'm getting, for example, I kind of do a 2-for-1 here. If I'm getting something that I know is gonna maybe give me some acid reflux or it's really heavy on my stomach, I'll usually order a ginger ale with it to kind of like a preemptive strike. You know what I mean? But then again,
Wow.
yeah. Ginger ale is good though. It's just it's different. It's not like other sodas. Like it's not like a lemon lime. It's not like a cola. It's like you're drinking ginger, man. It's
I
good
got them
stuff,
all right here, man. Phew.
man. Hey,
Gotta
shout
get rid
out
of
to
these.
everyone in the chat before we get into the comment of the week. We got Allie in here, Ricky Swift back in the chat. What's going on? Aaron T, Muhammad, Liz and Tony, what is going on? My dad, my mother, everyone in the chat. You know what's crazy? My mom's probably got this up for everyone watching it right now. Up there with everyone. That's crazy. Oh
I don't
boy.
know. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Red goals. What's going on? All right, guys. Comment of the week. Steve, you have anything else to add about the ginger ale? I think you've informed us very well with that.
Don't drink it warm or flat.
Yeah, I
Trash.
noticed it wasn't open.
Oh no, this is straight out of the box. This is in storage. This hasn't been chilled. I won't drink this. I
Yeah.
might have one. There's too much sugar in these.
Yeah. There's a lot. I don't even drink soda anymore. Like I'll have a soda if I go out to eat or something.
I don't know if Canada Dry is considered soda. Like ginger ale. What's the definition of soda, by the way?
Oh God.
Is it even a real word?
Now we're getting into some deep stuff, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because this is a ginger ale. Does that mean it's brewed like an ale, like a beer?
There is zero chance that drink is brewed. I'm just saying. Look, comment of the week. All right. This is good. This is going to be good. All right. So you guys know earlier this week, I made a video about what interest was it? It was the God, I can't remember. Now I can't remember. It was one of the midfielders that was supposed to take over Gini Wijnaldum, and it was like, oh, Otavio. And let me before we get into this, I just want to preface it. It was Otavio, right? And it was the interest was based on the fact that like Klopp personally asked Liverpool to go and grab this guy, right? But who has that info? Who has that inside info? You know what I mean, Steve? Like who's in Klopp's room saying, "Oh, Klopp said this." Like I know this. No one. It's BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the comment of the week goes out. Oh crap! I didn't mean to hit that. Comment of the week goes out to the Lumber Shack for the A1 sarcasm, and the best part about this was someone responded to it. Okay, so the Lumber Shack, the perfect Genie replacement. Talking about Otavio, 50 mil offer made by Liverpool. Klopp looked at him once. He'll be here in 3 days. He went to Liverpool when he was 6. Definite move is imminent. He owns a Reds t-shirt and follows Origi on Insta. Personal terms agreed.
That's great, man.
And then someone
That's good
responded,
stuff.
50 mil? Isn't his release clause 35? And then he said until July 23rd at 7:34 a.m. Then it goes up to 47.9 mil, and we have to buy his uncle a few geese.
That's good stuff. Shout out to Lumbershack.
This is just quality stuff, dude. I was looking
shout
through
out to Scott
Yeah.
for the
Scott. Where's he
I
at?
believe it looks like he's smoking jerked chicken for you.
Oh yeah, I'm heading over to my dad's house later today. He's jerk chicken. Okay, good. I didn't know if he was making pork or what he was doing, but he's smoking something. We're gonna be eating good later. I didn't mean to say it like that. He's smoking something. No, he's got the charcoal grill out, and we're good. We're good to go.
Wow, the charcoal grill. Pull that thing out of the shed, dust it off. Probably not something you guys use very often. It's kind of
legitimately. But I can picture it now, and I hope he laughs at this. I can see it at the top of the driveway, and it's just sitting in the middle of the driveway on the concrete. Yeah. Oh man, it's good.
What's
stuff.
the weather like down there? Because it's been raining here for no joke, 4 straight days nonstop. Just
It rained.
My lawn
It rained
is ruined.
yesterday for a little bit, but it's good weather. It's good weather. Yeah. Izzy Taylor, what's going on? Ian Richard, Hussein Khalif, and guys, yeah. For those of you asking about changing topics, it's the 4th of July. We're chilling. I'm gonna mention Renato and Xhaka, but I'm chilling, dude. I'm chilling right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Steve, look, Granit Xhaka. The reports that I'm seeing are BS, in my opinion. Okay. There's a lot of clubs are linked with him, and if I'm bringing it up now,
Can we change topic?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought out loud.
Yeah, no, you did. Yeah, it's all good.
This is the Sunday summary, pal.
Yeah.
There's no formula to this. There's no recipe. We're just chilling. Go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry.
No, we're chilling. You chat in the chat. I chat with Steve. You know what I'm saying? And now we're skipping
some stuff.
We always, dude, I'm telling you right now, we always skip when I go and I click on an article to read. So that's if any of you
sharing your screen, yeah.
Yeah, it always happens. So I can't bring up articles anymore. So I have to just look at them and everything. But look, Granit Xhaka is being linked with a bunch of different clubs. I don't know why. I don't even know what his contract situation is, Steve. I feel why would he leave Arsenal? Like what? Well, maybe because they're not in Europe, right? Like at all.
Is he even at Arsenal still?
Did he go to Roma?
Someone let us know in the chat. We're not prepared to talk about Granit Xhaka.
He's at Arsenal. Come on. Why are you trying to mess with me?
No, I thought he got sold or went out on loan.
Xhaka?
I know he's their captain. So it's probably rare.
Well, let's pull up the old reliable, okay?
Okay.
Transfer marked.
Right. Isn't it transfer market?
Well, there's no E, like so I say transfer marked.
Yeah, but isn't that German? You guys let us know because I know some of you would know much better than myself. That must be German.
Yeah, and some of y'all are sitting right now on your couch or your chair, and you're like, "It's marked. It's market." Like they're like,
yeah, freaking out, sweating over the keyboard.
Yeah, it's all good. Matt Colley, we got a lot of new faces in here, guys.
He's at Roma.
Sure subscribe
he got
if you
sold
haven't
to Roma
already. Steve, Jesus,
he's gone.
Who is the guy?
No, he's at Roma.
No, it says Arsenal.
15.5 million for Roma.
Is that, dude?
And I'm literally. Liz says he's at Arsenal.
It says he's at Arsenal.
He didn't get sold to Roma
until 2023. But I saw the Roma
mess.
I saw the Roma links too. Dude,
all
right. So he's at Roma? Since when? Was it yesterday?
No. Now they're saying he's still at Arsenal.
Dude, literally. All right, look. So Transfer Market has him at Arsenal. Market. What is it? Jesus. His contract at Arsenal, if he's still at Arsenal, runs until June 30th of 2023. All right. Oh my God. Now everyone's, I need to stop believing everything everyone tells me in the chat because dude, we would have seen this. I feel like we would have seen Xhaka going to Roma, wouldn't we have?
Oh no, here's the situation. Here's what I'm thinking, because I know best. I
Sure.
think, is the window open yet?
July
Officially?
Yeah, right.
Is it July 1st?
Well, it historically it's been July 1st. But because of COVID and everything, it might have changed. All I know is Kanate officially became a player on July 1st for us. Now that could have been a contract situation, not a transfer thing. I think the window might have opened up even earlier. Let me look it up. Because I honestly don't. The only window I know for a fact of is the January transfer window. The summer transfer window, since it's been changing, it's usually 2 months, right? It's July 1st through the end of August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's normally what it is. But because of COVID, it might have been changed. So let me look. Okay. It has been open for a while. So June 9th to August 31st. I knew it was opened a little bit earlier. So transfer window has been open since June 9th. So there have been a lot of transfers going on. We've seen it, right? We saw Jayden Sancho to United. That's a done deal. Okay. I want to get your thoughts on that in a second, too. Yeah. But I mean, we knew it was going to happen. It was agreed last summer. They just couldn't get it. They couldn't get it finalized. It's been done. We've known this. But yeah. So
Shout out to my mother as well, who's watching.
oh yeah,
Mom,
shout
she's
out.
watching. She's not in the chat. I don't think she knows how to use the chat, but she's here.
She's watching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just circling back around, to Granit Xhaka. Look, what the hell? What the hell's going on with Granit Xhaka?
No, we're done.
I would have seen this.
Dude, we're done with Xhaka. We're done.
I just want to say one thing before we move on to Renato Sanches, because that's the one the Renato Sanches one we're going to get into a little bit of a debate with. All right. Granit Xhaka, we were scouting him when he was at Gladbach. Okay. Everyone thought he was going to come to us. I didn't know anything about him back then, but he ends up going to Arsenal. It fits him perfectly. Attitude and all that. Like, his attitude's crap. I don't care if you're the captain of Arsenal. Okay. I just think as a professional athlete, you shouldn't be sarcastically clapping to the fan. I don't think I've seen anyone do that at Liverpool since I've been supporting. The only thing I've seen is like people get mad when they get subbed off. That's common. That happens. Okay. But the fans are essentially paying your salary. Like, I know not all of it, but they essentially are. Okay. You shouldn't be disrespectful to the fans. That's my opinion. Especially if you're the captain of the club, you should be leading by example. Even if it wasn't true, the links weren't true, which I don't think they are anyway. I don't want him at our club. I don't even want him linked with our club.
Yeah, listen, there's no legs on this. This is fake news. That's what this is.
It's fake news.
That's what this is. This is BS.
Yeah.
However, Goretzka. Hussein Khalif wants to know, will FSG get us Goretzka? That would be nice, but it ain't happening.
There's another one.
Why would Bayern let him go? He's so good.
No. Dude, Bayern just got him like 2 years ago or whatever, 3 years ago. Leon Goretzka was linked with us too, and it's because Klopp's German connections, right? And who he came, was it Schalke he was at?
Yeah.
Okay, he was at Schalke. Mm-hmm. He was linked with us for a while, but he's German. Bayern got him. He's a beast, though. This man, like, he is one of the strongest midfielders. Like, dude, I would love to have
their midfielders.
They have a solid midfield.
They deserve credit. They got a really, really solid team, like top to bottom. They have a great team. I got to be honest. The Bundesliga isn't what it used to be.
Well, people say it's a top-heavy league, like a one-team league. But I honestly think the Bundesliga is probably competitive-wise, but meaning between the teams domestically. I think it's probably the third best league behind La Liga and the Premier League. I honestly think
people used to say it was number 2, clear of La Liga.
Yeah.
But I don't agree. I think
it's more competitive than Italy,
Bayern.
I mean,
it's Dortmund, Bayern, and Leipzig. Am I missing anything?
Well, Leipzig just recently. I mean, but you also have teams. So if you take Bayern out of the equation, and I am not talking about the table itself. I'm strictly talking about if you don't look at the results from this season, you just look at the clubs themselves and the ability they have. Okay, take Bayern out. Dortmund, Gladbach, Leipzig. You know, these. I feel like they're all competitive. Like the top 6 or 7 teams in that league are like the top 6 and 7 teams in the Premier League. In the sense that I don't know if they could all win, like because you make the argument now, like Arsenal and Tottenham have fallen off, and you look at same thing kind of happening over there where there's only like 2 or 3 teams that can really take home the league, meaning Bayern, Dortmund, and then I guess Leipzig now. But yeah, it's just weird, man. It goes back and forth, especially with the changing in managers and how Bayern gets a new manager every year and how Dortmund's a selling club and Gladbach is now like great again. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird league.
Who's going to win the Bundesliga next year, Kyle?
Bayern.
That's the problem I have with this league. That's the problem I have with it.
Well, isn't there
That's why I couldn't invest time, passion, energy into a league where I know who's going to win it. Think about that.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the beauty of. One thing I will say is that is the beauty of the sports here in the USA. Happy 4th of July. We never know who's going to win it. But if you were in Germany, you know Bayern's going to win that league.
Yeah, I mean, you
haven't they won it 10 years in a row? Something insane? 8 years in a row?
Wait, I thought Leipzig won it.
We're 8 out of the last 10? 9 out of 10?
I know that's the case in Italy, but
what do you mean in Italy?
Like Juventus just lost the league for the first time in like was it 13? It was like 10 years or something. Juventus had been winning it every year and they just lost it. I can't remember.
Yeah, and I don't even think they finished second. Like I think they scraped into number 4.
Yeah, Juventus struggled this year. Dude, I'm pretty sure Leipzig won it this year. Oh no, okay. I'm an idiot. Bayern Munich did.
Yeah.
What? Dude, I don't even follow these leagues.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. And guys, no disrespect.
And I'm
Scottish
with Jay
League
Baker.
is better than the MLS.
Steve, I'm with Jay Baker on this one. Okay, wrong button. So they do have like 5 teams now. It's not like it used to be. I really do agree with this. I think
there's 4.
Okay. Fair enough. But oh boy, not him. I was going to say this. So like the way Man City is right now, at least over the past like 4 years, I feel like Man City it's not nearly, there's not as much of a gap as there is in the Bundesliga or wherever else, but it's like Liverpool, we won one and we dominated the league. But the way Man City is rolling, dude, Man City they're that team right now. And it's like when Liverpool when we won it and we won it by so much, yes, it was an excellent accomplishment, but it was because not only Man City had injuries and everything, but Man City are just so freaking good.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did give them a tight race, and they won by what, 1 point the year before?
Right. Did you see this? Over the last 3 years, and I could be off by a couple
same amount of points.
Same amount of points, everyone. Guys, listen. Same amount of points over the past 3 years. It's insane.
Well,
that's what it was. Aaron T, this is what it was. Okay. Lille won Liga. All right. Got it.
So, here, I'm just pulling this up here.
I respect Jordan Phillips's effort here, but nah, that's not how it works, man. I'm sorry.
Kyle, Liverpool have about 90 million social media followers. If we donate $2, we can get Mbappe.
Hey, look, I respect
Nike
it,
needs to help us. They need to help us.
If he stays at PSG, I'm pretty sure he's on a free next year.
All right, in the last 10 years, this is why I love the Premier League. In the last 10 years, how many different winners have we had? We'll just say from 2010, 11 to 2021.
Okay. So there was Leicester, 7 or 8.
How beautiful is that, Kyle?
What's the answer?
It's United, City.
No, give me a number. I know who won
I
it.
need to count because I don't know the answer yet.
Oh, yeah.
United, City, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool. 5.
Oh, there's 5. Okay.
5. I think that's right.
Well, 5. I mean, that's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then,
but Chelsea have won it multiple times. City have won it multiple times, which is fine. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
better
City's
than other
got,
top leagues.
City's got 17, 18, 19, and then this year. And then before that, it was Chelsea, Leicester, Chelsea, and then City. And then you look back, there's a lot of Man U, Ferguson. Arsenal hasn't done anything since that season, that 03-04.
What a great team that was.
I mean,
good Lord.
It's been 18 years. Where are you guys?
Yeah, I mean,
where are you guys? Arsenal.
Hey, man, they're rebuilding.
We can't talk.
Man.
We can't speak.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, Steve, be careful, bro. Like, they're rebuilding.
I mean, like, the Gunners. 2 decades. Where are you at? At least Liverpool was winning the Champions League here and there.
Well, yeah, that's true. Hey, they're in a transitional period, man.
I guess. Yeah, they need some help.
Yeah, they're trying to find their feet with their manager, right? The fans don't like the owners. I mean, it's a lot of turmoil over there. I feel like at the moment there's a lot of.
This is wild.
Yeah,
it was Ferguson, Wenger, Ferguson, Wenger, Ferguson, Wenger, Mourinho, Ferguson.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the managers of these teams.
Well, yeah, Ferguson, that period.
Did he win the league 10 times?
Who?
Ferguson?
Wasn't it 9? No, was it 13?
He's unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was 9 or 13.
6,
it was one
7,
of those
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it's 13.
13. No, he has 13, dude. He's insane.
He's a legend.
Look, I don't like United.
You gotta respect that man. You have to respect that man.
Yo, Sir Alex Ferguson, man. 13 times. Kid is
it's a rivalry, but not with him in particular.
Hey, I just want to shout out Oyvind Wen in the chat as well. If you contact me on Twitter, follow our Twitter. It's nothing but Reds now. I finally changed it, Steve. It's not real NB Reds. I finally changed it. So it's nothing but Reds _ DM me on Twitter, and you get access to our Discord group. If you're a channel member, that goes for all channel members as well. Consider becoming a channel member and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, Steve, Renato Sanches. So let me give everyone some backstory with this. We were linked with him like a month and a half ago, right? And then those kind of died off, right? As the Genie Wijnaldum replacement, those kind of died off. Okay. Then once they died off, they picked back up again, but all the reports were saying that we're not interested in Renato Sanches because he doesn't have the pressing style that Klopp wants in the midfield and all this other stuff. Now we're seeing reports again that Liverpool have renewed their interest and are offering 35 mil, but Lille are valuing him at, 55 mil. Plays for Lille, right? Whatever team he plays for. He's played for a bunch of clubs. So now, would you take Renato Sanches? Do you feel like because of this back and forth, like we are interested, we're not interested, do you think that makes it more valid compared to a story? I agree. I feel like that's how it was with Thiago. I feel like it was like, we are interested, we're not interested, we are interested. I feel like with the conflicting reports, I really feel like now there's some interest there.
No, I think you're right. The back and forth fuels the fire, makes it more legit to me.
Yeah. How do you feel about his pressing? Right, obviously going for. I mean, if you've watched Portugal, you've seen this guy's great on the ball. What about defensively and pressing wise?
I mean, I think he's got work to do, but I think Klopp can bring it out of him for sure. There's no manager in the world that can develop players like Jurgen Klopp. That's a fact. I don't want to hear anything about Pep.
About Pep. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, he doesn't develop.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I'm just
No,
looking at Renato's stats.
Yeah. What are his
4 and
stats?
4, 4
Let's
goals,
pull
4
it up. Let
assists.
me
He looks
pull it
like
up, and that way I can share the screen with everyone.
he's not a
Because
stats guy
Steve
at
doesn't
all.
have pinning permissions here. So
I'm
he's
just a
23.
peasant.
What'd you say?
I'm just a peasant in this stream. I'm just
Yeah,
a
no,
accessory.
You're useless, and you are a peasant. Yes. Okay, so his value currently is 33 million US dollars. And here I want to share my screen. Share.
Jay Baker says he tried at Swansea and he failed. He's a lazy player. You know, I've had this thought myself.
This is what I'm Jay. We are on the same page.
This
dude,
man got sent to Swansea, and I was like, Swansea. Him and
I was thinking
Leroy
to myself,
Fer.
yeah, Swansea. I was like, dang, that's a good pickup for Swansea, bro. And he
Yo,
didn't
for
do
real.
anything.
He did nothing.
Look, all I'm saying is that he is a lazy player, and that was my first thought. Okay, but the kid was young when he went there. Like, I feel like this, and I could be wrong here, but as players grow up, as anyone grows up, don't you mature a little bit and realize that you actually need to put in effort?
He's a big game player.
He's a big. Oh,
He
okay.
showed big games.
Okay.
But, I mean, he lacks motivation and like passion, I think, at times. He can be lazy. But
Okay.
I mean, guys like him, you put on a Swansea City shirt, you're gonna be lazy. But when he puts on that Portugal kit, he's a different beast.
Look, I want to, because right now they're just showing me the Euros. I want to pull up his stats. Hey, this dog is growling.
Oh, here we go. He was class versus Arnica Cash. He was class versus Pogba, Conte, KDB. I would love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you guys can see here, if we're looking at his stats, okay, this past season in Liga, he had 23 appearances, 3 assists, 1 goal. Coupe de France, 2 appearances, 1 assist. Stop growling.
Was he hurt? Why did he play 23 games?
That's a great question, and
That's
this is
what I
why
need to
we're
know.
here. This is why we're here. Let's pull up his injury stuff. Hold on. There's got to be an injury thing, right? Injury history. Here we go. All right. Liga. Muscular problems, muscle injury, all muscle stuff. 26 days here, 24 days there, 24 days, 31 days. It looks like he has a chronic hamstring injury or hamstring problems.
Hendo, Milner, Naby, they all got him. The last thing we need is another hamstring midfielder.
Look, all I'm going to say is that he was on loan at Swansea for 1 year. He had 4 injuries.
That's a lot of days, man.
And he missed 19, 20. 24. He missed 25 games at Swansea. There's 38 Premier League games, and I don't even know if they were in the Premier League at this time. I think they were in the Championship. I could be wrong. It looks like
he missed 14 games this season due to injury. I don't want this guy. Close this out. I don't want this guy.
Hey, well, Steve, look, Steve, I'm just going to play devil's advocate here. Konate has the same issues, and we got him.
And I didn't want him.
You're
He's not going to play. He's not going to play.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing. I see people making these fake lineups, like the predicted lineups for this upcoming season, and putting Konate next to Van Dijk. Like, in my opinion, guys, you're crazy. Konate's not just going to come in and jump over Gomez or Matip.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other piece, the Matip piece, because there's 2. But people think because we went and spent 30 million, they're like, he's going to start. That's not how it works anymore. 30 million is chump change in this market. 30 million in 2008, that player has to start. 30 million now, that's a bench player.
Remember Andy Carroll?
Dude, like 30 million is dirt money these days. Even for Liverpool, like how cheap and stingy and like how financially like tactical we have to be. I shouldn't say cheap because we're just in a different, you know.
We're not cheap. We're
not cheap. We've spent a lot of money the last few years and we've sold really well and we get good deals. But We don't have the funds that some of these other clubs have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But people think that just because we bought Konate that he's going to start. It's so hard to adapt to our system or any new system. What makes people think that in a matter of a month, he's going to be ready to play against next to Virgil Van Dijk alongside Robbo and Trent? First of all, he's young.
Now, and he also has to prove himself in preseason. We'll see him play in preseason. We will. Now, this is a comment from Kieran B. That Renato Sanches was supposed to be a very bad egg at Swansea. Didn't shake hands with his teammates on first day. Thought they were beneath him. Didn't mingle at all or get with the project. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but I'm just going to play devil's advocate. He was super young. Wasn't he like 19 when he was there? 18 or 19? Kid, dude, I mean, I get it. I get it. Some, when you're a professional athlete, you should be nice with your teammates. I mean, it's a team sport. But I also see the side of it like, Steve, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, you don't have that professionalism in you yet. You need to grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me.
Well,
thinking.
He came up and he became like what's the word? Not social media star, but he became really popular. Because he got hot for like a small window.
It was like Haaland or James Rodriguez. Like they did well in a tournament and they blew up.
Yeah, it was a little bit less than those two, but yeah, he had just like crazy buzz around him for a little while, and I think it was all inflated because he was irrelevant for like 2 seasons, and now all of a sudden we're talking about him again. But it's like, you were at Swansea, bro. Like what?
That
I hadn't heard about you in years.
No, seriously, think
you
about
didn't even start in FIFA.
Dude, think about that. He was like, he did well in a tournament and then goes on loan to Swansea. It's like Swansea. I mean, to be fair, we sent Rhian Brewster to Swansea, but that's different. Like well, in my opinion, I think that's different. I mean, this guy Renato Sanches shined in a major international tournament, and then he goes to Swansea. I don't know. I thought that was a little backwards. Good for Swansea, but the Amtwil Lark thinks Konate will be starting next to Van Dijk. He thinks Klopp will rotate Gomez at center back and right back due to the injury problems.
This is crazy to me. Oh, The other thing is, I keep seeing people say Gomez isn't going to be back till October, November. Is there something that I do not know about Joe Gomez? Did his leg fall off, people? What happened? Like, I don't get it. He's back.
I've seen more of Van Dijk than I have of Gomez, and Virgil Van Dijk is ready for preseason. We've seen that. He's doing like in full team intensity training right now. He's still training by himself, obviously, but he's ready for preseason. Van Dijk will be finishing up his rehab in preseason. There is still question marks whether or not he'll be ready to start come first game of the season, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get some game time just to get back into game intensity, game conditioning in preseason. That's my opinion, because he's already at full return to sport. Virgil Van Dijk. Yeah, he's in that phase. It's post 6 months. He's doing his thing right now. Now Gomez, completely different injury, same body part, but I'm with you. You said September, October?
No, people are saying October, November. Like, what? That's 5 months.
That's a full year out. It's like
4 or 5 months from now.
Now, listen, Steve, unless they know about a setback in his rehab that we don't, Gomez should be back at the same exact time that Van Dijk is.
Or earlier.
But he was injured after Van Dijk.
Yeah. But the other thing is, like with the Konate piece, I just think people are too invested into the fact that we bought him for a particular price. That's what players cost these days.
Yeah.
That's what players cost. He doesn't deserve to start because we bought him.
Right.
He's not even in. He didn't even make the squad for France. Well, right? He's like U21s or something.
Yeah, he starts for the U21s.
Yeah, like guys, he's not a star. He's not a superstar. He wasn't even the best center back on his team.
Arguably,
I mean, you can say what you want, but Upamecano's worth double.
I get what you're saying.
There's a reason Upamecano is one of the biggest names in Europe. People don't even know Konate.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like really involved in the sport, you play FIFA. There's a lot of different factors at play. One thing I will say about Konate is that he is a project. Okay, we will probably see him play. Okay, in my opinion, though, he is at the same stature at the moment that Ben Davies is, and what I mean by that is that Ben Davies is still in the first team. We bought him. He's also older. All right. There is a possibility, guys. I doubt this will happen. I really think Ben Davies is just there. We'll probably flip him, but who knows? Maybe we'll see him play. Konate will probably play before Ben Davies, but they're on the same level right now, Steve.
Yeah, it blows my mind, and I could be wrong. It's happened once or twice, or a lot. But
A lot, yeah.
if Konate comes out and starts day one, I'm gonna be mind blown.
Right.
I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be sick.
I won't be upset. I'll be like, let's go. But
No,
I
I won't. Because it's
not gonna
disrespectful,
happen.
number one. It's disrespectful to Gomez if he's ready. It's
Mhm.
disrespectful to Matip, certainly. Because that
Oh, yeah.
man is bulletproof when he plays. He
Matt-
he doesn't make mistakes.
Matip needs to be there if he's healthy.
And also Nat Phillips. That's like, wait, you're bringing in this guy, who?
Yeah.
This guy that's overinflated with his transfer value? This guy? I'm a warrior. Who is this guy? Who's this French guy? He doesn't even play for the national team. Who is this guy? That's what he's going to think. He's going to be like, who? Yeah, right. I think you guys are losing your mind when it comes to Konate. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And now some
Oh
people
my
bringing
God.
up the fact that he got injured in November. We're going back to Gomez here. He's coming back in November. Look, a patellar tendon repair, the timeline is very vague. It's 6 months minimum
Yes.
to a year at the most. At the most.
In most cases, it's less than the ACL.
Yeah, it should be. It's a
I
tendon.
think Kyrie did it.
Yeah,
Oh no,
listen,
maybe he broke his kneecap. I don't know.
It's a very important tendon. Don't get me wrong. Okay, it's a very important tendon. But what I'm saying is, it's a tendon, not a ligament. Okay, ACLs it's usually about 9 months minimum if you're an athlete. Okay, because you want to get all that strength back. Gomez should be back roughly at the same time Van Dijk, maybe a little bit longer if he had a setback in his rehab. That's just what I want everyone. We don't know if there was a setback, and there very well could have been.
Yes. Question.
Answer.
Romario Farrell, 944. Pin this. France
Where
has
we at? Where
Lenglet.
we at? Where we at? Hold on. Romario Farrell, 9. What time?
944. Okay. So he's talking about he's addressing my point that Konate is not even in the France squad. Lenglet, Varane, Koundé, Zuma, Kimpembe, Umtiti. Basically, he's saying there's class ahead of him. That's why he's not on the team. But let me ask you this: aside from Varane, who's starting next to Van Dijk on this list over Matip and Gomez? Because I don't see anybody starting over Matip and Gomez.
The only two I'd argue, Kimpembe and Lenglet.
Definitely not Lenglet, if you ask me.
Lenglet, whatever.
And Kimpembe makes too many mistakes. You think Klopp would start those guys over Matip?
No. Chill. Everyone relax.
Asking. I'm just asking.
Those are the only two I'd say that could.
Mm-hmm.
I've told you before, dude, I think Gomez is one of the best young defenders in the Premier League. Probably the best. Okay?
Yeah, when he's healthy and he's next to Van Dijk, he's so good.
When he's next to Van Dijk. That's the key. He has to be next to Van Dijk. Matip, on the other hand, if this man could just stay healthy, Steve, we'd have the best supporting defender in the Premier League. Matip is so freaking good, and people don't realize it. They take him for granted. But yeah.
Zuma or Koundé could start with VVD. That is hilarious.
Who said that?
Romario again.
Hey, Romario, respect for the comment, man, because everyone's opinions
Thanks for getting involved, but that is hilarious, my friend.
Dude.
Zuma?
Zuma? Romario, I don't know. And this is what's crazy. Everyone's opinion is different, but Zuma? Dude.
That's a riot, dude. That's a riot.
Didn't Zuma... Well, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Zuma was on loan at Stoke City for a minute. Wasn't he?
Dude, Zuma's not good.
Hold on a second. I gotta wait. Not saying that loans have any bearing on how good a player is, but I'm just curious.
They do. They do. If you're good enough, you don't get loaned ever. I'll be the first one to say it, and I will throw myself out there. If you are good enough, you do not get loaned. No
Hold
way.
on a second.
Kurt Zuma.
What? I have a feeling it was freaking oh, dude, was it? It was Stoke. I knew it was Stoke. And then he got loaned to Everton, I think.
He played but he's still with Chelsea.
Yeah, no, he's with Chelsea still.
Yeah, he played 20 games this year. 24 games.
Yeah. No, this is what we say. Steven,
Zuma.
I feel like
are you guys serious?
Dude, Steve, I feel like people don't listen when we talk. Like they hear one thing and they're just like, I need to comment on that. Because didn't you say aside from Varane, who would start next to Van Dijk?
Yes. No, but I think he might be agreeing with me. He might just be saying like that's the only crew that works.
Oh, okay. Very true.
But like you guys can't bring up Kurt Zuma in a conversation. Like you can't. You're not allowed. Thank you. You're not allowed to bring up Kurt Zuma on this stream. He is a joke.
Yeah. Kieran Rom, real quick, shout out to this guy because this is where my head's at. Van Dijk and Matip are our 1 and 2. Like, what? Unless Matip's injured, and then it's Gomez.
No, it doesn't matter. I say Gomez.
They're interchangeable. They really are, Matip and Gomez. But and this is what divides the fan base. You can debate all day who's better, Gomez or Matip, and I'm just going to be on the Matip side. But yeah.
Koundé.
Hold on.
I can't even act like I know a lot about this guy.
Before we get into Koundé, I just want to shout out everyone in the chat. We got a lot of new faces in here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Live every Sunday at 9 a.m. except next Sunday. Next Sunday, we will not be live. We'll be doing probably, we haven't really decided yet, a pre-recorded video, and we'll probably upload it on Sunday. But Steve and I will be going out of town, so we will not be doing a live Sunday summary next Sunday. But make sure you subscribe anyway. Yeah, and everyone's just bringing up Matip's injury prone. Yeah.
We know.
Everyone
Guys,
knows.
We know. But it does not mean that Kurt Zuma would start over him. Please. Kyle, repeat what you said about Stoke City, please.
This man,
please.
Kurt Zuma, was on loan at Stoke City. Stoke City.
Guys, that is absolutely hilarious. Please. Look at this.
What?
Mohamed Yunus, 2 Matip, 3 Gomez, 4, 5 Konate. Until I see something, I can't disagree with that. I would actually put
that is honestly a fantastic
I would actually put Gomez
list.
over Matip personally.
Yeah. Mohamed, this list is just spot on.
People are just delusional with this Konate stuff.
I don't think they're delusional. I think they're excited. And they just want to they know
That's
how
fine.
good. Yeah. What?
That's fine. It's fine to be excited, but it's our job to be honest here. Honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
Until look, Konate comes out and starts day 1 and lights it up. I'll be the first one to say, "Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong about Curtis Jones. I thought he was a joke. I thought he was. Yep. I thought he needed 2-3 more years to get ready. He's good now. He's ready now.
You recognize that you were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about.
But I think Konate is probably a great player, and I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying Kurt Zuma is not a professional player.
Yep.
You are so brain dead over Konate. He's a very good Blackburn, pal. I just said I'm not saying Konate is not good. I literally, words just came out of my mouth. I'm sure he's great. But what are you going off of, dude? His U21 France performances? His performances in the Bundesliga? Like, this is a different ball game. This is a 10 times bigger club with way better players. I wouldn't put it past Klopp to put Fabinho back there before him.
No, he did that with freaking Nat Phillips. He did it with Nat Phillips. He said, Nat, you're not starting yet. You're not ready, buddy. And then
seriously,
he put Fabinho back. I think people think that because Konate was the number 1 or number 2, whatever, at Leipzig because he played in a final or semifinal, whatever. No, final. I don't even know. I can't remember. Final, semifinal. They automatically think that he is like the reason that the club was there. Like he is a top player. Like he is on the same level as all these other teams, center backs that go in the same tournament. So it's just not how it works. And another thing, Steve, he's making a step up in his career. Okay. He's going from a team where he was the top center back or one of the top center backs to now where he's 4th or 5th in the pecking order. Like you have to prove yourself. You're 21 years old. You're not just going to jump in to this lineup and be amazing. Now, we don't know. We can't predict the future. Maybe he comes in and he's just absolutely amazing. And maybe he does get thrown into the lineup more often than we think. But at the moment, he's number 4 or 5 in the pecking order. And like you said, Steve, that doesn't mean he's not an incredible young talent. It just means that there are more talented players ahead of him.
Yeah, no, look, we've beat this with a dead horse, but Kieran B says,
this one?
No.
When
I was saying, like, what are you guys going off of his performances? And he goes, okay, 952, 20 years old in UCL quarterfinals. I've talked about this before. People put too much stake and like emphasis on the fact that certain players play in a big game or make it to a certain point in the tournament. There is 11 players on that pitch. There are 3 to 5 more subs that come on throughout the course of the game.
Yep.
It doesn't matter that he made it to a UCL quarterfinals. Dejan Lovren played in the UCL final, didn't he?
What a legend.
Well, we don't care about that. He played in a World Cup final. That doesn't make him a better player.
Yeah.
You put too much. You guys. Kyle, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say.
Let me use another one. Divock Origi scores a Champions League final winner. All right. Divock Origi scores a semifinal winner. All right. Divock Origi, you're not calling for Divock Origi to start over Bobby. You're not calling
and he's worth 10 million.
It's like,
and he's young.
I feel like a lot of times when people make their argument for certain players, they look at, like you said, like one situation, but they don't look at the big picture. Like, if I could use that same argument, like Konate made it to a semifinal or quarterfinal, whatever. Okay. Even though it's not the same situation, I could use the same argument and say, Divock Origi has a Champions League medal. He is a world-class striker. It's like, sorry, it's just not how it works.
Dude, like, is Jorginho a world-class midfielder?
No, I mean,
he won a Champions League final.
He's
not very good, though.
I mean, he starts for Chelsea in the Premier League. He's good. He's good.
He's a solid passer, and he'll do a shift, but he is probably the slowest player in the league, number 1. Him and Xhaka. But look, people need to realize this is not a knock on Konate. This is us praising the quality that we already have. So when you say we're being unfair to Konate, it's like, no, we're not. And yes, I do know there is a reason that we bought him. It's because we're planning for the future, not because he's going to come in and we're going to win the Premier League with him next to Van Dijk. Picture Joe Gomez and Matip sitting on the bench behind Konate. I can't even picture it.
It's just not going to happen.
Can't even picture it, dude.
I just feel like people listen, fans, the beauty of this sport is that every fan, and the beauty of this show is that every fan has a different point of view, which is why we encourage you to leave your thoughts in the chat. Okay? It just doesn't happen in this squad. Players don't just come in regardless of their price and immediately play. Okay? Naby Keita, unless you're Van Dijk and Alisson. Naby Keita, incredible price for a midfielder. Aside from the injuries, he doesn't play. He doesn't play a lot. He'll start every now and then. Okay?
Fabinho, 40.
We use this example all the time, Steve. Fabinho. Mm-hmm. Didn't start for 4 months.
40 million.
It's like, it's just not how it works. It is just not how it works.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah. People want to blow him up because Liverpool bought him. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. And look, we're not being negative. Like, we're just looking at this from a outsider's perspective. Like, I'm super excited we bought Konate. You know what I mean, Steve? Like, I'm happy we bought him, but that doesn't mean I'm expecting Konate to start or I think he's going to start right away. But I am
It's not some
excited
savior,
to see.
yeah.
Yeah, but I am excited to see what he can bring. Like, when he plays, I'm going to be like, let's go, Konate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I would like start him with like the U23s or U21s or whatever.
Maybe
I
he'll
don't
get some
know,
playing
dude.
time with
I
them,
just
but
can't
no.
picture him playing over those guys.
No, that take though, I would not.
No,
No.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
But I can't picture him playing over Matip and Gomez. And like even Nat, to me personally, I don't think he deserves it. I think Nat deserves to play over him. But the thing is, like, we brought him in. We very well could be looking to ship Matip out or ship Nat Phillips out. In which case he moves one step up the pecking order. Because we do have a ton of injuries. But like,
Yeah, we do.
you guys need to realize we would not have bought Konate if we didn't have injuries this year. If all of them didn't get hurt, Konate would still be rotting away in Germany. Or
I don't
playing
know
for
about
Bayern
that.
or something. Or PSG. We wouldn't have bought him.
I don't know about that. I think we still would have, you know?
Mm.
But real quick, just want to let everyone know, if you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe live every Sunday, 9 a.m., except for next Sunday. All right. But we will have something for you guys, so you guys will be able to stay in tune with what's going on. Let's go over to the chat. We'll finish out with some thoughts in the chat here. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Haroon Pash. As much as I love Nat, he starts over Nat any day in terms of quality. Well, I do agree with that, Steve. Like, unfortunately, even though Nat Phillips did incredible for us, I do agree with that. Let's see. Nat does not fit our system. Konate does with his recovery pace. We can play the high line. That's one thing I'll agree with. That's a good shout, just because Nat Phillips isn't very fast. Let's see. We just have to watch Konate play when he gets the chance, and if he plays well, keep playing him. That's exactly right. That's literally exactly right. What do we do with Reese? We keep developing him. Kids
Send him
young.
out on loan.
Send him out on loan. Let him develop. You know what I
Send
mean?
him out on loan to Stoke City like Kurt Zuma, please. See ya.
Seriously.
Like, that's the class. That's the quality of player we're talking about.
Okay. So the Anfield Lark, God, I just got to disagree.
Yes, they do, pal.
Listen, I respect it, but Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Hang on. Jota. It's the same price.
Okay? Like 30 I mean 36, those are two examples right there, right? Who else?
Bobby and Sadio had two of the worst seasons ever. And Jota, when fit, still wasn't starting on a regular basis. And he was lighting it up. The hottest player in the Premier League at one point. So, Anfield Lark, my friend, you are wrong.
Although I do see maybe he's referring to the defenders. Maybe he's referring like, hey, you don't spend 36 million for a rotation defender. I get it, but like Ox rotation player, who was the other guy that we signed for 40? Jota, right?
Keita.
Well, Keita wasn't bought to be a rotation player, though, I feel like. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. But Jota was.
All right. Nito Nova, appreciate the super chat. Let's read it off here. You guys sound like the Virgil Van Dijk doubters when we signed him for 75 mil. Konate improves the starting 11 like Jota and Thiago did. So I'll touch on this first. So as soon as we signed Virgil Van Dijk for 75 mil, we all knew that he was going to play because we signed him because of a defensive issue. We were constantly letting in goals. We didn't have the consistency at the back. We needed a world-class defender. Okay? We don't need a world-class defender now, but we need players who can come in and cover. That was our biggest thing. Steven said it earlier in the show. The injuries are the problem. We resorted to Reece Williams and Nat Phillips, not saying they didn't do a great job, but saying those guys never play if any of our other defenders are healthy. All right? So that's my point here. We do appreciate the super chat. He does improve the starting 11 in the sense that he pushes the starting players to be better. Okay, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Look, the thing is, I'll say it again, we could be wrong. He could come in and start, but it is highly unlikely. I would, if I was a betting man, I would bet against it 10 times out of 10. Klopp loves this squad. The squad loves Klopp. Imagine him saying, "Hey, Joe and Joel, we got to talk, guys. I just got this young guy from the Bundesliga. No legitimate international experience. He plays for the U21s with the kids. We bought him for 35 million. Maybe you've heard of him. He was the second best center back on his team in Germany, but I'm going to have him jump you guys on the pecking order. Oh, hey, Nat, you might want to listen to this too. Ibrahima, that new guy? Yeah, the guy you never heard of? Yeah, he's going to jump you on the pecking order too. So, sorry, guys, you're going to sit on the bench. You two are going to sit on the bench with Shaqiri and Origi down at the end. Matip and Gomez, you guys will be down at the end while we let this guy play over you.
When you put when you put it that way, it just doesn't make sense. Like I said, there is a chance that Konate, when he gets the chance to play, listen very closely, guys. When he gets the chance to play, if he performs and does incredible, Klopp will play him again and again and again, and he will eventually say, "Hey, this guy's really good." And if he continues to perform, then maybe he jumps these guys in the pecking order. That's all I'm trying to say. We got another super chat coming in here. From Liz Golden. Shout out to Liz. Appreciate it. Loyal member of the channel. Happy 4th. Can't wait for preseason to start. You'll never walk alone. July 12th, Steve, preseason starts. I think that's the official day.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I can't wait.
How much was Jota?
Like 40 to 45 mil, something like that.
Was he one of the most expensive attackers?
That out of the attackers we have?
Yeah, like Salah, Mane, Bobby. I feel like they were all like 30 to 40 million.
No. He is the most expensive attacker.
Jota. Okay, so that's what I would say to Anfield Lark. Like, Jota was probably the most expensive attacker we've ever purchased, right?
Mm-hmm.
If not, he's right up there.
Now, what I will say to the Anfield Lark, so because this is where the debate comes in, right? What I will say is that Jota, there was a point in the season where Bobby wasn't producing and Jota was starting in that center forward spot over Bobby, and he was producing, right? And
very short amount of time, though.
It was very short. You're right. That's my point with Konate. Like, if Konate comes in and is performing better than Gomez or Matip in the same position, he's gonna play, right? But I'm not saying we didn't buy him to put him over these players. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Okay. And Tony, this is it. It's not about his ability. The team have time to get used to him too. That's it. That's it.
We've talked a lot about Konate.
I know. Seriously.
I think it's you guys are thinking that we don't respect his ability.
But we do.
He's just not there yet.
Yeah.
And if he starts day one, that's fine. I'll come back here and say, "Yeah, you guys were right." But it ain't happening. Yeah. Unless Matip gets hurt again, it ain't happening.
Well, the odds of that are very high, to be fair.
Exactly. But that's why Ibrahima Konate is here. If those guys were healthy, we wouldn't have bought him.
Yeah,
because we don't need him if they're healthy. If we knew Gomez and Matip and Van Dijk were not getting any injuries, like there was some weird thing going on where we were guaranteed 100%. Konate, sorry, pal. You're still over there. Yeah. You're still playing for the U21s in France.
See, I'm just excited, and I'll kind of wrap it up here saying this. I'm excited to see the competition at the back, right? Because everyone knows Virgil Van Dijk is a staple in. He's there. He's there every game. But with Gomez and Matip, when they're healthy, you're looking at those two fighting for the starting spot, rotation, all that stuff. But when Konate's coming in now, he's got something to prove. He's excited to be here. You know, he was scouted by Liverpool, and we got him. He has something to prove. It's going to be exciting to see how the team develops. And now Jota, like I think we were talking the other day, Steve, like, or maybe someone else, Jota, he took a little bit of time to grow into the system, but very short amount of time. Once we got him and once he was playing, we're like, wow, this guy is amazing. He's special. And he pushes the front three to be better.
He played in the Premier League too.
Yeah.
He played against, he was playing on the left. He was playing up top. He knows those defenders already. So he just had to learn where Bobby likes to move and, how Mane likes to create space. That's what he needs to learn. but he still can score
That's true.
because he's used to the intensity of the league and the
That's
players.
true. That's
Literally
true.
plays against those guys twice a year. He's like, oh, I know how this guy likes to defend. He likes to force me to my left. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying. And guys, to sum everything up, we talked about Granit Xhaka. It's BS, in my opinion. He's not our player. He's not our type of player. Renato Sanches, back and forth reports. Back and forth reports. We are interested. We're not interested. We've submitted a bid. We haven't submitted a bid. He's lazy. He's not lazy. It's interesting to follow. Right now, I'm kind of cautious to say whether or not it's true, but I am following it because of the conflicting reports. Now, Steve, do you have any closing thoughts before you go and enjoy your 4th of July, my man?
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. It's been real. It's been real.
It's been a good show. It's been a good show.
Yes, I'm tired.
I want to shout out everyone who was in the chat leaving your thoughts. We had a lot of good points of view. Some rough, but a lot of good points of view. And guys, we appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And like we said, we won't be live next Sunday, but every other Sunday after that, we're live 9 a.m. And what we'll be doing, probably doing a pre-recorded show and then putting it out Sunday or something of the sort, Steve. So I'm excited.
Let's go, Pats. Let's go.
Yeah.
My guy. Or girl. I don't know. Let's go.
All right, Red.
And real.
Until next time, take care.